from the beginning, knowing that you already know certain things, the first thing you should know is what is a quadratic equation? How do you know if a formula is a quadratic equation? That's the first question. How do you know?
Equals 0.
Equals 0
Or as
to the power of 2?
Oh, it's the power.
To the power of 2? Svenja does not agree. Why not, Svenja?
Because
Ashanti is going to explain to us all what the quadratic equation is. A quadratic equation is a equation with something to the power of 2. That's how you identify a quadratic equation. Yeah, to the power of 2 squared. And you have different forms of this quadratic equation. For example, that is 1. Yes. We're starting from the top. Yes, these are all different variations of quadratic equations. As soon as you see something to the power of 2, it's a quadratic equation. Different ways, different forms to the power of 2 quadratic. All right. So, what's the next thing we should know? We should know how to draw a quadratic equation. Drawing. Before you draw, there's always something you need first before drawing. And that is called a table. So, in the following 3.4 minutes, you are going to draw the following quadratic equation. No, wait, 3. 3.
yes, 3.
So, you have exactly 3 minutes and 40 seconds to draw this quadratic equation.
With which number you want? Whatever number you want.
3 hours and 40 minutes.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to draw that quadratic equation. Yes. Y equals x squared plus 3x plus 2.
Yan ang bundungan niya. Bundungan niya ito. Bel ko nito. Ano ito?
Remember, the time to focus is now. You cannot focus at the exam. You have to focus here. Then when you get to the exam, You already know what you need to do. Let's not get into the exam and then I'm gonna start thinking, what do I need to do? We are already too late.
So,
So out of 3 minutes, we already spent 1 minute trying to find out what we need to do. There's 1 minute less. What? As time progresses, I shall take paper 2 exams, give to you, and we shall make those paper 2 exams based off in minutes. So for example, you get 3 minutes, no question mark.
right now?
No, as time progresses. So you know exactly, oh, a question like this takes you more or less 2 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. But as I said before, 2 hours, 40 minutes, all 1 finish. That means you don't have a notion of time. And we are going to practice the notion of time. 1 minute, your table should already be finished.
No, teacher.
You already know the units. You're going to place them into it.
I'm guessing you know. I'm done. Okay, no, I did. No. So now you're like. You know how I do.
Let me see. The first thing that's wrong is the type of paper you use. That's the first thing that's wrong.
I do that my go.
And that was the time.
Only finish the table.
So, it says draw a table and then, make a table and then draw the quadratic equation. It did not specify which range, how long, and so forth. So in this particular case, you decide. If there's nothing written, you decide the numbers.
And that's the case.
The easiest or fastest way is always -3 to 3. That's the easiest and always smartest way. -3 to 3. So you can choose other numbers. It's also fine. It's also fine because it's not stated. So -3 squared 9 plus 9 plus 2. 18 plus 2, 20. So -3, oops. -3 is 20. 6, no, it's 4. 4 minus 6 is -2. Plus 2, 0. 1 minus 3. No, wait. -2. Never mind. It's negative. Oh, this is 1 minus 3. It's -2. No, wait. That means I did a mistake at 2. This is 4 minus 6. Minus 1. Oh, yes. I made it, obviously. So you have 1 minus 3 is negative 2. It's also 0.
Yeah, the minus 1.
0 is 2. 1 is 5. 1, oh sorry, 6. Yes.
12,
It's 12
20.
and 20. So these are the numbers. So, drawing it, you decide what it looks like. Based off these numbers. So do not choose 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not gonna make it. You need to go to 20. So what is feasible within this range? That's not too big. 3 or 4 looks like a decent number. 3 or 4. So if you had 1 by 1, you could place 4 here. 4, 8, and then you progress 12, 16, up, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So where is,
You go 124.
those are my steps. 12. What do you not understand?
Dito blend fast.
Like this.
X kung número.
Always to give mo. Kung ito ka nung ka.
You decide which number, because it's not stated. So the first thing, x is negative 3. Negative 3 what? Squared. And negative 3 squared is 9. Wait. Oh wait, there's my mistake.
Negative 3.
That is 2. There was my mistake. It's 9 subtract 9. I added 9 to it. It's 9 subtract 9. 9 subtract 9. Minus 3 squared is 9. Subtract 9 is 0. Add 2. 2. It's positive. Negative times negative. Morning.
Buen día, Shona. Quem participar de arte palavra, você trava o meu poema rap of Google também toma foi ende. Vou criar o mês of vou me cópia. No? Okay.
All right. Yes. What do you mean? Choose my equation. Yes, 3 is correct. Yes. I choose my x values. These are my x values. So if I say negative 3, everywhere where there's an x, negative 3 has to be there. The other one is negative 2. What do you mean if it's correct? The next one was 2, so this becomes 4. Floor 4 minus 9. Ah, there's my mistake. 4 minus 9, not 6. No. Wow, I'm off today. It's 4 minus 6 plus 2. This is 0 minus 1 is also 0. 2. It's also 2. Yes. All right. So, time to draw it. Negative 3 is where? 2. 2 is equals 0. Sorry, negative 2. 0. Minus 1. 0. 0. 2. 1. 6. 2. 12. And then 3. 20, which is somewhere all the way up there. Yes, it should look something like that. If we continue with minus 4 and minus 5, we can complete it. Do minus 4 and minus 5. It's 16 minus 12. It's 4. Add 2 is 6. Then we have 25. Subtract 15 is 10. Plus 2 is 12.
When you have to paint
Draw.
the paint, but you could make sure that the line is straight and good without wrinkles and stuff.
It doesn't have to be straight. It's not a straight line.
No, straight, but it has to be perfect.
Yes, you cannot draw
Like cricket.
like this. It cannot be like that.
All the points that they about which part is having about the shape for mathematics.
The line beneath the 4? Which line beneath the 4?
It's in the cross form. It's our number minus this.
Looking at this?
Oh, but it's like the x and y is
Drawing a graph or quadratic equation. Done, that's it.
Yeah, but don't you put the positive 4 and 5 on the other side of it?
The next thing you also know are the 0 points. What are the 0 points? It can be negative 2. 20? Yeah, 3. Here.
But you would take the leave on me. That's a nice life.
we need to find the axis of symmetry. They can ask you this a lot in either paper 1 or paper 2. What is the axis of symmetry? Exactly in the middle. The line, if you notice correctly, at -2 and -1, if you continue, the numbers repeat themselves. For example, 2 and 2, 6, 6, 12, 12. The numbers keep repeating themselves. So what do you have? This is technically a mirror. You have a mirror, so it's the same thing. It's a symmetry. So the question is, yes. So you have a particular coordinate that is the top. This goes lower than 0. But it's okay, yeah. Because you don't have an actual. Yes, you have a coordinate for the axis of symmetry. Yes. And that's a formula. Remember this? I go like this. So, what is my B? My B is 3. And the formula says negative B. So it's negative 3. So you can imagine if it was negative 3 here, it would have been negative 3 would have been 3. Divided by A, which is 1. No, sorry, 2. A. In front of the x squared is a 1. It's 1. Well, it's 2 times 1. I put like that. 2 times 1. So negative 3 divided by 2 is negative exactly in the middle there. So you only have the x value. You also need the y value. How do I get to the y value? Just placing it in the formula. So Minus of 4. So the axis of symmetry is where?
The opposite side of 8.5.
Then you did something wrong. Can't be 8.5. Where is your... If it's 8.5, this line should do this.
Yeah, we'll see. Negative 1. Okay, let's put the negative 29.
Remember, try to understand what you're doing. Because when the test comes, let me check an exercise real quick.
That's cool.
16. Point 2. Axis of symmetry, and the last thing are the 0 points. What are the 0 points? Find the intersection with the with the function with the x-axis. So, I would like to know at which x values this line intersects with the x-axis. Of course, you made a table, you know it, but in the exam, you don't really get the chance to do it.
-1 and 0.
-1 and 2, -2. But you have to understand what is happening when at the intersection with the x-axis, my y value is always 0. So you have a function. The intersection with the x-axis, your y value is always 0.
When it's 0, that's the intersection.
Correct. That's why you do this. Equals 0. What do you want to know? The intersection with the x-axis. And then you do what you've learned. Two numbers put together equal 3. The same two numbers multiplied with each other are 2. A plus B, A multiplied by B. You always start with the 1 in the back. What possibilities are there with 1 and 2? 1 add 2 is 3, and then 1 times 2 is also 2. So these two are the numbers. So what do we get? So What is it? Either something multiplied by 0 is 0. So one of them equals 0. So how do you write it? One of them is 0, or else the equation cannot be 0. So x is either, yes, correct. So your x is either -1 or -2. -1 or -2. Remember, chapter 15.123, chapter 16 are together. 15.123 and chapter 16. It's technically one subject. I already placed it in the Google Classroom. Oh, that's from 3. '8th of January and 29th of January.
Ocho.
Oh, 8. 8. By that time, we're finished with the book. Yes. We see you next week.